Hey y'all, welcome back to the Late Night Vision Show. This is a bonus episode live from SHOT Show 2020. We've been through all the booths, Jason.
I think we've seen everything and a little more. Our feet are worn out, but if y'all just stick around and watch, we're gonna give y'all some short clips from a lot of the different booths, show you a lot of the new things that are coming for 2020, some of the things that haven't changed for 2020, but stay tuned and you can watch those clips now. Okay folks, I'm Jason with Outdoor Legacy and the Late Night Vision Show. We're back. We are here in the AGM booth at the SHOT Show, and we've been seeing a lot of cool thermals, some new stuff they've got coming out. Hans and I were blown away by several things, and I said, let's just grab a few of these and show y'all. There's a lot of cool products that are gonna be coming this year, but there's one right here he's holding that we're both really excited about. So this is Alec, and I wanna introduce him, and he's gonna tell us a little bit about these scopes.
How's it going, guys? So we've got our Secular TS25 here, dedicated thermal weapon sight just released. We're gonna have a French Ulysse core. It's gonna be mid $2,000 range to $3,000 roughly. We're gonna offer it in 3mm sizes, 25mm, the 50mm, as well as the 75mm.
And what kind of price range are we looking on this model?
So roughly about the mid $2,000 range, give or take.
It looks really good. Yep. So yeah, here's a couple of binoculars we want to talk about as well.
So here we're looking at the ASP Micro. This is actually releasing April of 2020. It's part of the ASP line that you guys probably are familiar with already. So starting with the TM160 resolution, $500 starting retail price, onboard recording, Wi-Fi as well built in. It's going to have that Ulysse core as well, just like the other ASP Micros. Second thing we got to introduce here is basically the parent company of that unit. It's going to be the ASP TM25, available also in a TM 35mm size. French Ulysse core, built-in Wi-Fi as well as onboard recording, multiple color palettes, and it's ranging from roughly about $2,000 to $3,000 depending on your millimeter size.
Yeah, so I know he's giving you a lot of numbers and names and all that, and don't worry, we're going to be going over a lot of this in more detail, laying it out for you. The biggest thing that what Hans and I really wanted to show today was just to show you a couple of these and the pricing. I mean, this unit, in case you didn't catch this, it's an entry-level handheld, but it's $499 retail price, and it is really, what I've seen so far, pretty impressive for that price. So we can't wait to get all these things out in the field, do some testing, and as you know, we'll be bringing them, doing full reviews on the Late Night Vision Show. So stick with us and we'll be back with more. All right, folks, we're here, SHOT Show 2020. We're in the Envision booth. We've been here checking out the Halos and the Halo LRs, Atlases, talking about all the stuff they've got. And I know our viewers are very familiar with that. And if you've been watching the Late Night Vision Show, we did the 2019 Best of series, and we awarded Envision with the best high-end thermal scope on the whole market for 2019. So we're here today with them. This is Tim from Envision, and we're going to present this award to them on behalf of winning the best high-end thermal rifle scope for 2019.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's show it here. Hey, this is it right here.
Yep.
The Halo LR, our choice, best high-end thermal scope 2019. I have a good idea that we're probably going to see this again come up as far as a good chance for a winner for 2020. But stay tuned. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Tim.
Thank
everybody here at Envision booth. Great products, great company, and look forward to seeing more stuff. All right, guys, back here in the Pulsar booth. Now, if you like your Pulsar trail, you like it because of the magnifications, but you wanted to jump up in the Thermion, they didn't have the magnification levels that you wanted. They now have the Pulsar XQ50, and also they've got the Pulsar XQ38. XQ50 magnification 3.1, price point on it's around $3,800. The XQ38 2.5 base magnification, price point on it $3,300. So you see this has the taller battery with the extended turret cap on it. This shows it with the smaller cap. But again, XQ50 Thermion, XQ38 Thermion, 2.5 base, 3.1 base, $3,300 and $3,800.
Hey y'all, all right, we're back. I want to show you a couple more things here in the Pulsar booth. This is the Pulsar DigiSight N450. We've reviewed it on the show. We've talked about it a lot, but one thing you'll notice here on this one, it's got a laser rangefinder. So it's the exact same scope, with the permanently attached LRF that Pulsar is famous for. This unit's going to be about $1,500, and it does, just like the other unit, does have the removable infrared illuminator there on the side. We will be seeing these later on in the coming summer. I want to show you one more thing. There's been a lot of buzz about this unit. I've had guys already calling and sending me messages wanting to know if they could pre-order this. Before we even came to the show, they had heard about it. It's already available on the European market. And this is the Pulsar Digex. And as you can see, it is in the exact same 30 millimeter scope tube housing that the Thermions are in. Looks just like it. Has a removable illuminator. It can be swapped to either side, removed completely. Again, everything the Thermions have got, this unit has. It's got the internal video recording, the smartphone app, the APS battery system that's underneath the cap, all that right here in this unit. Gonna retail for $1,195, $1,200. This is gonna be a great unit, and we will be reviewing these on the show as soon as they're available.
Okay, folks, so there's a few changes coming with the Pulsar Accion thermal monocular line, and we want to talk about that real quick. The Key XM22 is going down in price. It's actually going to $1,200. The Key XM30 is going to be now at $1,500, and you have one model that's going to be replacing two models. So you have the regular Accion XM30S is going to be replacing the XM30 and the XM38. This is the S. It has an improved screen on it, and so those are the few of the changes coming. The price drop, which is always a great thing, in the Key models down to $1,200 and $1,500 respectively. But with this new S model of the Accion, it does have a better image. It's got a better quality screen on it. So again, just a few changes with the Accions.
All right, we are in the Sightmark booth right now, and I know that we've already talked to you a little bit about the new Sightmark Wraith 4K, but I want to go ahead and show you a couple things on this. Hans and I haven't really showed you anything hands-on with it. So this is the unit. You can see the illuminator on this model has been moved towards the back, whereas on the Wraith HD it sits on the top. It is here. This is way back, but actually you could slide this forward. There's no reason for it to be all the way back here. So that could come several more inches up here out of the way. One thing that we haven't talked about yet is this unit does have an internal battery, up to 8 hours of battery life, obviously rechargeable. I believe you can plug in an external USB battery pack for more power. That's our understanding right now. It does have video recording, all those things. Let me turn it around here so you can see it a little bit better from this side. One thing you will notice on the front, and I don't know if you can see it, I will have some pictures of it that y'all can see. There's a kind of a shroud over the front of this 50 millimeter objective lens, and it actually just allows for better image quality. It's an interesting thing, some of these digital night vision optics, when you cover part of the lens, you get a better image. Kind of strange. But the other thing that I think I'm the most excited about is they've gone down in magnification. This is going to be a 3-power unit, whereas the Wraith HD is a 4-power. So it's really nice to go down in that. I haven't seen the exact specs yet, but we're hoping this is going to expand the field of view out there as well. Overall, a great unit. Again, it's a 4K resolution. That is 4,000 by 3,000 pixels. The image quality from what we've seen so far is amazing. Hans and I can't wait to get it out in the field, and obviously we'll be testing it and bringing y'all videos. Okay, y'all, we're back in the Pulsar booth, and we're here with Jeff Murray and Chase Stevens, and they're sitting down so that we're all the same height now, but Hans thought it looked better. But anyway, we're here to give them the awards from the Late Night Vision show for 2019. We're continuing the Best of awards, and Pulsar and Sightmark got 3 awards total. So we've got the Best Digital Night Vision Rifle Scope, and that goes to the Sightmark Wraith. Then we've got the Best Thermal Rifle Scope under $4,000, and that was the Pulsar Trail XQ50. And then the Best Thermal Rifle Scope under $5,000 or $5,000 and under, and that was the Pulsar Thermion XP50. So on behalf of the Late Night Vision show, we want to give you all these awards.
Absolutely. And Jason, we appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, y'all, we're here in the booth formerly known as FLIR. This was FLIR's booth, And as you can see, they're not here. The National Shooting Sports Foundation, which is the producer who puts on the SHOT Show, they're the foundation for industry professionals. They've taken over this space, so FLIR's not here. But as you know, we've been presenting awards all week for the Best Of series for 2019 on the Late Night Vision Show, and FLIR did win an award with the Thermosight Pro PTS 233 for the best entry-level thermal monocular. But as I'm sure you've heard, FLIR has pulled out of the consumer market. They're no longer selling thermal rifle scopes for hunters. So we're here with their award. They're not here. We have no one to present it to, but we've got it. So anyway, we wanted to say that we did come by and try to find somebody to give the award to, and this place is a ghost town over here, so we're here with it.
All right, y'all, so we got a chance to see all the scopes, all the new stuff out there, walk through a bunch of the booths. Like Jason said, our feet are wore out and tired. The wives of the Late Night Vision Show are hungry, so that means it's time to wrap the show. But we got to go, obviously went through Pulsar, got to see the brand new XQ models. Those are the 384 resolution, 17 micron XQ38 at 2.5 power, XQ50 at 3.1 power. We got to see the new Accion models, the Accion S's, the DigX, the Wraith 4K.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. And everybody's been asking on Facebook and Instagram, hey, when's this coming? We're already getting phone calls. We've got some preliminary dates on all that. We'll be coming back in depth when we get back to Texas and sitting down, going over a lot of this stuff, and we'll be giving y'all info on when this stuff is coming and pre-order dates and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that, but we will get with you on all the pricing and everything.
Yep, so went to NVision. We presented our award to the NVision folks there that have the great Halo LR. The Halo series is such a great scope, popular. They're growing in popularity. Nothing brand new released at the show right now, but I do expect some things coming down the road. We got to keep our eye on them. Great company, great people. Scopes are amazing, and they were very appreciative of the award.
I think they've got a big future, and they're definitely invested in this industry, and you can just tell they really want to hit the consumer market hard. So I think it was really good meeting with them.
An awkward moment from the show is us dropping off the FLIR OTS Best Entry-Level Thermal Award to an empty booth.
It was very strange. There were some people wondered what we were doing, standing there with me holding that award in the middle of the aisle. But yeah, I think that's been the big news. It's been a buzz around most of the night vision and thermal booths, just because FLIR was such a big player in this industry, and for them to be gone now, it leaves a big gap, and I think there's a lot of scrambling. And we're going to get into this more. We're going to talk about this in depth on the show, and I think we've got a little more info on kind of what went down and maybe why. But I want to say this: there's not these other booths. They're not all standing around giddy about it. Nobody likes the fact that there's a disruption in the market with FLIR leaving like that. And I know a lot of people think that, oh, good, one of your competitors is gone, but the availability of these thermal rifle scopes is very difficult, and when the demand just continues to go up, I think it's going to make for an interesting 2020, but we'll be digging into that on another episode.
So a company that you're probably going to be seeing some stuff from us, AGM, they've got some pretty attractive things out right now.
I agree.
We've got to do our testing on it before I think we're ready to get any type of full-throated endorsement, but I'll tell you, they've definitely got some models and some very important price points that we're
going to do. I think that, I would say the one thing that I came away from their booth with is that they want to make a name for themselves, and they want to do a lot of it at the lower price point. I don't think that means they're not going to have higher end stuff, but they definitely were focusing on that gap that we talk about all the time, that's between that $1,900, $2,000 range and that $300 or $3,300 range. And they've got some stuff in there that looks really, really good, and I think that that's going to be somebody that you're going to need to watch.
So last but not least, a lot of people ask about Trijicon. What's new from Trijicon? It was kind of the same as last year. There's not anything new to speak of, unfortunately.
I'm not really sure what's going on there. I mean, there's just not much happening. I mean, it's just the same stuff, and I understand you can't come out with new stuff every year, but we just haven't seen any real innovation there. And I mean, besides the Reap 2s, which I don't know. That's a whole nother
Yeah.
topic. It's just it hadn't been that popular because of battery design. So nothing new there.
Yeah.
Just kind of the same old, same old. And otherwise, though, I think it's been a good show.
been a
And
good show.
I think with this Pulsar stuff that we've seen too, I think those were incremental changes, which you expect to see on the second year. You know, AGM's going to have the new stuff again. Envision with that Halo just coming out last year. You know, it's what we really expected to
Right.
see at the show this year, I think.
So, with all that being said, again, it's been a great show. There are some new things to look at. Comment to the video what you want us to test and what you're interested in learning more about, because we're going to be putting a lot of content out here and moving forward based on everything we saw at SHOT Show 2020. We've got a lot of tests to do, a lot of people to talk to about some of these scopes. We're going to be getting some more interviews coming up too. That was one of the things we wanted to do out here, was line up some good interviews for everybody out there paying attention and watching. So
Yeah, I think it's been a good show. We've had a good time. We appreciate y'all watching. We hope you've enjoyed it. Some of these clips from the booth, I know that the audio is not the best sometimes. It's loud in the booth, but we hope it gave you just a little bit of taste of some of the things we saw. And again, just subscribe, keep watching the Late Night Vision show, because we're going to be back with more in-depth reviews of all this stuff. So again, for Hans and I from Las Vegas, ready to get back to Texas, y'all stay
Amen.
safe in the fields and keep making those bacon pancakes.